Hi everyone, my name is Kristina Stratton. I am a loan officer and transaction manager here at Black Diamond Mortgage. I just wanted to take a moment and share my home ownership story with you. I moved to the Flathead Valley back in 2003, so just about 20 years ago. I started looking for my first home in 2004. After spending time traveling throughout the valley, I found a home in Kyla, Montana that was for sale by owner. It was listed for $175,000. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath log home on just under 4 acres. At the time, I really didn't feel like I had any business looking to buy a home, but I was definitely dreaming. And I reached out to a friend who was a lender, kind of gave her the details. And she told me I absolutely did qualify. In fact, I ended up qualifying for a zero down FHA loan. I ended up purchasing the home for $170,000 and had some money in my pocket to do some renovations to the home. The home was definitely not what I envisioned for my first home. It was a fixer-upper. It had pink shag carpet in the bathrooms with mauve countertops and mauve sinks and these huge white disco balls that were the lights throughout the home. So I definitely had my work cut out for me. I just started chipping away at the projects one by one, and eventually that house that I bought in 2004 became a home. Fast forward many years later, I met my husband. He also owned his own home in Kyla, Montana, because through his discipline and everything that he had done to prepare for buying a home, it allowed him in 2010 to buy a home. Actually, when the market kind of crashed and people were losing their homes, he was able to buy a foreclosed home. So he bought a 3,500 square foot home with a shop on just under 3 acres for $255,000. Because this was a foreclosed home, the previous owners had ripped out all of the vanities, the light fixtures, all the appliances were gone. So it was definitely a beautiful home, but it was a fixer-upper. When we met, we started remodeling the house. We kind of just did projects here and there as we could afford them. We remodeled the kitchen, put in new granite countertops. We put in hardwood flooring throughout the house. And honestly, the home is still a project in the making, but it's a beautiful home. And because we did the projects just kind of one by one without taking on any debt, we have this amazing home with an incredible amount of equity. And someday we are planning on using that equity as we've been looking at different lake properties, lake homes, even investment properties. We'll pull that equity out of our primary home to use to buy that next piece of property. So I'm super honored that you're here listening to my story, and I hope that I get to hear your story one day also.